I come to say, be careful. Be careful with who you're dating. And this is for my ladies. Men, I will make a video for y'all one day, but just not today. Be careful who you dating. Like, go, if you have to come in the conversation asking 20 different questions, do that. How else you gonna know if you don't do it? How else you gonna find out if you don't do that? And then the thing is, sometimes when you don't ask these questions up front, you be finding out months later. And now you too far in, you done invest too much time, and then now it's hard for you to just stop. Any question you can ask. That's how I feel. If they feel some type of way, they just feel some type of way. Cause like they were saying, like that's why we don't date women over 30, because y'all come like it's an interview. That's why. And you know what? That's absolutely fine, sir. You can date 18 and 19 and 20 and 25 years old. That's absolutely fine, sir. Eventually, they're going to get older. As soon as they get like 6 and 7 and 8 years in with you, and they finally turn 26 and 27 and 28, then they realize, like, oh, no, you're not who I thought you was going to be. And then they leave. Like, y'all forgot all women that was in their 30s used to be 18 and 25 years old, too. So we know what 18 and 25 years like. We know what they want. So yeah, you might be 30 and up and you sound good to an 18-year-old. Of course. You have your own car. Of course, you have a little bit more money than the 18-year-old guy, 25-year-old guy. You have more money than them, of course. Of course, you have been around the block. So you know to splurge on certain things to get her attention, of course. And yes, of course, she's going to stay with you for a couple of years because you're putting her in a better position. Now, will she stay with you for 25 and 30 years? Will she stay that long? That's the real question that you probably need to figure out. But anyway, that's beyond my point. My point is, for women, be careful in who you're dating. One, get a background check on these men. Like, you gotta find out their first and last name, where they from, and do a background check on them. Because a lot of them be having CDVs, which is a criminal domestic violence. I mean, they done hit somebody, they done put their hands on somebody. Some of them be child molesters. Yeah, like some of them be child molesters. Some of them have assault charges. Some of them have pending charges. Like you have to be very careful who you date. And the thing is, once I started doing background checks when I started working at a law office. I started working at a law office, and then I started I started asking questions. Who, like for example, when people used to get in car accidents, I started asking questions with the attorneys because they could have pulled up people criminal history and things. So I used to ask them, how y'all find out that information? They gave me the information on how to find out, and it's free. It's public information. And ever since then, I started looking up these information on these guys, and a lot of them have CDVs, criminal domestic violence charges. A lot of them do. For every 10 men you meet, you might find 2 that might not have a CDV. And out of the 1 out of 10, you might find that one that don't got charges at all. But for the majority of them, they do have charges. They have pending charges. Second thing to think about. Do he have his own car? Does he have his own house? Does he have a job? If you don't have those 3 things, y'all, it's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. One, if he doesn't have a car, that means he can't come pick you up. God forbid you get pregnant. So how you going to get back and forth to the doctor office? You going to drive yourself? God forbid if you hungry, how you can get food? I mean, he could DoorDash to you. Luckily, they now have DoorDash, but they ain't always had DoorDash. But even regardless, how he gonna bring you food? How he gonna take you anywhere? He had a home. Like if God forbid something happened to your house, where he gonna put you at? If you do get pregnant by him, where your child going at? A job. How he gonna be able to afford you? How he gonna be able to afford himself? If he does get you pregnant, how he gonna be able to afford a child? Like a lot of these things women do not look into, and it's very easy to get into relationships with these guys who don't have one of the three. They're the easiest ones to get in a relationship with. The easiest ones to get in a relationship with, and they're the easiest one to find. They're out here by the dozens, y'all. Just be careful, and